Well, the idea is that you have missing data, and so that's why IoT is cool. We've been doing IoT for 50 years. We just haven't commoditized in a way outside of the factory, and it's been proprietarily done, if that's such a word. These days, there's consumer IoT, and there's IoT that's happening in machines, and the companies are sort of printing them out, if you will, as opposed to programming them in places we used to do with the business process in terms of working in a factory. We would code some steps in for how to run a machine. So now we've commoditized them. There's lots of companies building these chips, and so are building these IoT instances, and so now we have a new problem. So while cost goes down because we've commoditized it, latency goes down because we're getting more and more networks are faster and faster, we have a new problem. And that's the problem that not a lot of people are talking about, and that's this interoperability problem, because the differences between two different IoT instances, they may be doing the same work, they're made by two different individuals or two different factories or companies, and they have their own proprietary data models. This speaks to the notion of having standards so that we can easily go from one object to another to allow those objects to share data and not go up the stack and have a human be involved in the loop. And that's sort of a next step. So these days it's about getting IoT out there, getting it hooked up and start to create data and what to do with it. The next step will be able to create sustainable IoT, where the things themselves are sharing information between each other with low-cost wireless networks. And the only thing they're setting up the stack to perhaps other human systems or machines are, I'm dying, I'm wearing out, my battery needs to be replaced. But any other information they're sharing in a sort of a complex data mesh with all kinds of other things. And because they understand each other's data models, they don't have to call up the stack and ask mom and dad what to do. These are informed autonomous things that build a fabric that essentially help to make a culture better by informing them of what's happening, and we can spend our time doing other kinds of things. I think that the one thing that time has shown us, the past few hundred years at least, is that humans get smarter all the time, every day. And I'm optimistic about that. They'll keep getting smarter, they'll keep getting more comfortable, and the world is getting safer every day, despite what many people will say. It's safer every day, it's happier every day, we're more informed every day, and we're more connected every day. And that last piece with that connectivity goes with this Internet of Things. We'll increasingly connect those things to inform our lives, make them better. These meshes will be done in a positive way. Yes, there'll be some rogues out there, but they'll be put away. And so this is all about informing a better space.